Oh, fail. What, you don't want to start anymore?
My journey around the planet begins at North America's most northern drivable point. The plan is to ride through Canada and America before crossing over to Europe. From there, I'll make my way through the Middle East and Asia. After island hopping through Indonesia, it'll be Australia, and finally New Zealand. The end of my journey will be marked by the southernmost point of the South Island. I'm calling it the Big Spiral, and this is Act 1, Preparation.
So this is the motorbike that's going to take me around the world. So if you've seen my previous videos, I want to go from Alaska to New Zealand the long way around, kind of like a big spiral. And in fact, I want to call the trip the Big Spiral. As you can imagine, a big part of that is choosing the right bike to bring on the trip. And I've been scouring the internet, doing so much research, making spreadsheets, doing all the things, and I finally decided on the bike. And the bike is a brand new 2024 Kawasaki KLX 300. I think it's going to be a great bike for the trip, but it does have one small problem that is going to have to be fixed. But we'll get to that. So I've told friends and others which bike I got, and when they hear I got a 300cc engine, they think it's too small. But the problem is, the bigger the engine gets, the heavier the bike is. And that was one of my requirements, is a bike that I could pick up when I drop, because I'm definitely going to drop it. I'm a newer rider. I'm going to be riding by myself in a lot of random places around the world, and I just need to be able to pick it up by myself. And then they say, well, if you get one of those European bikes, you can get the same weight with more power. So the problem with those European bikes is that the service intervals are really short. So you would have to change the oil every 1,000 kilometers on those bikes. And I'm not interested in changing the oil that could be every 2 days for me. So on this bike, the oil changes are every 12,000 kilometers, which is a lot more reasonable. The other thing about the European bikes is they're not that reliable. I hear a lot of bad things about them breaking down quite often. And if I'm out in the bush, far away from everywhere, in the middle of Kazakhstan or whatever, I need a working, running bike. The Japanese bikes are well known for their reliability, and they're a fair bit cheaper than the European ones as well. And the other thing is the drivability. It needs to work on-road and off-road. So it needs to be able to go highway speeds while at the same time also being able to crawl through single track and things like that, and do both reasonably well. This bike has a 6-speed, so the gearbox is really wide range and it should do pretty well in all circumstances. So what's the problem with the bike then? Well, the tank is tiny and I can only do 200 kilometers a tank. In North America, that might not be so bad, but in a lot of the world, there's going to be big gaps between gas stations and I'm just not going to make it. I do have a plan for this, but I'll talk about that in a future video where I modify the bike for long distance travel. So that's my bike that's going to take me around the world. I don't have a name for it yet, but let's go take it for its first test ride. All right, I've arrived at the trailhead and I'm stoked. I really can't wait to get everything dirty. I've got all this new stuff and it needs to be dirty. The other part of this is I also need to make sure all the camera gear is working properly. You know, it needs to be dialed for all the future videos that are coming, and I need to, you know, just get it perfect. Let's get ready. Ta-dang! So this is the stuff I got. I got a lot of climb pants and jacket. It's supposed to be really good stuff. I did not get the top end stuff because it's top end stuff just for jackets like $1,500. It's ridiculous. Definitely spent a lot of time shopping just to get stuff at the right price. But all this stuff is looking way too clean, and I gotta get it dirty because I feel like the biggest poser right now in all this clean gear. So let's get the bike off the rack, get the cameras on it, and let's go for a rip. All right, let's let's get the show on the road. 6 kilometers. Pretty exciting. Start up. Nope. Do that. Starts up. First gear. A little bit of throttle. A little bit of clutch. Oh yeah. This is a oh, this is a lot easier than a bicycle. So I'm at Vetter Mountain right now, and there's a lot of mountain bike trails here. I've actually done a lot of videos here on my old channel, but never on a motorbike. So this is kind of exciting. Guess I should let it warm up and not go too hard. But yeah, it's so beautiful in here, so green, so lush. Oh. And this is the way to go up the hill, isn't it? We used to climb up this on our mountain bikes, and it was definitely a bit of a slog. But this you just go straight up. Oh yeah, you can really feel the gyroscopic effect of the engine and the wheels. It's very stable compared to a bicycle. And if you're wondering how I just started up on the bike so easily, well, I have ridden motorbikes a handful of times in the past, and actually I've driven manual cars most of my life, so I do know how a clutch works and manual gearbox works. So I'm not completely a novice, but I did ride a scooter to work when I was younger. I definitely wasn't the cool kid at work riding a scooter. So I have some road skills. I know that the signals are here. I know where the horn is. Shift down a bit. Wow, I think me and this bike are going to get along just fine, aren't we? Can it take me around the world? Nope, missed that gear. Alright, straight through the puddle. Gotta get it dirty, you know? And if you're also wondering, I don't have my license yet. I have my learners from the knowledge test, but actually you don't need a license to ride on the back roads like this, so... okay, let's look at the map here, because we're kind of going around the mountain here. Okay, let's see. It's let's add some difficulty here. It's pretty easy so far. And actually I have to turn around because the road I want is back there. Okay. Throttle, easy on the throttle, Eric. All right. Oh, that looks a fair bit more difficult. Yep, that's it. All right. Okay, it looks a little trickier. Whoa, don't drop the bike, Eric. Don't drop the bike. Okay. You can feel the bike moving a little bit under this stuff, this loose stuff. Oh, puddle, mud bog. All right, so far so good. Ah, mud bog, and I think people are going up there. Maybe I should do the same. All right, see how it goes. Oh yeah. Yeah, I kind of want to stand up. Maybe I don't. Yeah, it's funny, on a mountain bike you kind of stand all the time. On a motorbike I don't feel so comfortable with that yet. Woo. Oh. There's a low hanging branch there. Alright, now I'm on a hill. Hill start, here we go. Oh, fail. What? You don't want to start anymore? Does it have to be neutral? Whoa, don't drop it. Don't drop it, Eric. All right, let's try again. Let's roll backwards a bit. Oh, I'm in gear. All right. That's weird. I should maybe take it back to the dealer. All right, let's try that again. Okay. Yeah, I think in those past tries, I had too much brake on still, and I should just be using the clutch. All right. Oh, that's a big puddle down there, and there's a way around. Oh, and it grows. Can I get over this? Oop. All right, is this a bad idea? Maybe I'm not ready for this by myself. Okay, we're turning around. Fan's going. Bike is getting hot. There, maybe I have to get off. There's this tree at a weird angle, so it's kind of... Maybe I'm gonna walk it over this. Oopsie. Doesn't want to start, huh? Brand new bike should start. Okay, motorbikes are heavy. Okay, let's make it more 90-degree angle. There we go. All right, back to the main road again. I believe that is a heinous climb. Should I try it? I remember walking up it when I was riding my bike, and there might be some pretty big rocks on there, but I know there's a view at the top. Oh, that looks bad. Should I try? Is it a bad idea? Look at that. Let's open this lid. Okay, that's pretty steep. Let's see how we go here. Okay, maybe it's not that bad. Pretty bumpy. Let's get over here a little bit better. Yeah, I remember riding my bike up this, and oh my god, it was not easy. But with the power of fossil fuels, whoa. I'm kind of doing a burnout up here. So far so good. And this way, I think. That will go over the mountain, I believe. Oh my god, it's a bumpy. Torque! I remember once when I was young, I got the opportunity to ride a dirt bike, and it was my first time ever, and they just kind of told me how to shift, like pull in the clutch and use your foot to change the gear, and pretty much immediately I was tearing across this open field. And of course, you're young, you're not afraid of anything, but my parents took me off the motorbike. They said, alright, you're done. I guess I was a bit too confident and liked it too much. And then that was it for my motorbike experience. Oh, we must be at the top here. I hope there's a view. Okay, there's a view. Wow, that's awesome. It's Chilliwack, BC. Good time of day for it too, isn't it? Oh, yeah. That's exactly the kind of thing I like to see. The light's just beautiful right now. Definitely live in a beautiful part of the world, that's for sure. All right, let's head back. You gonna start easily this time? Yes, good. All right, so now I gotta go the way I came, and downhill might actually be more difficult. I don't know. Seeing as I'm a mountain biker, I like going downhill. The thing with motorbikes is they like going uphill, so I have no idea how this is going to go. But maybe it'll be a good exercise with the rear brake, because rear brake is better when you're riding on the loose stuff. I so just want to put it in neutral and just coast down this. This is so my nature, but I have to teach myself not to. Maybe I want to get over there. Okay, rear brake, Eric. Let's practice this. Can I lock it up? Oh yeah. Okay, so far so good. It's getting steeper now. I want to stand up, but my position is a little awkward compared to a mountain bike, I find. Oh my god. There's this little, oh, front's washing a bit. Okay, more rear brake, Eric. More rear brake. There's this little pack on the back of my saddle, and I felt it, and I did not like the feeling of that. But if I'm going around the world, I'm gonna have to have some pretty big luggage on the back, and I better get used to that. Okay, this isn't going so bad actually. You can see my track from when I went up. Okay, I see the bottom. I really just want to coast down this. Oh yeah. Okay. Okay, now we've got to make a turn. And I didn't even stall it. Yeah, there's the van. Cool. Great success. Oh yeah, motorbikes are fun. So that was a good little shakedown. I'm not sure about that starting issue, but I'm gonna just keep an eye on it, and if it's a problem, I'm gonna take it back to the dealer and be like, hey, what's up with this? As for the footage, I don't know if it's good yet, but I'll check in the edit, and you guys probably already know if it's alright or not. And yeah, motorbikes are fun. I drove to the top of that mountain, well, not to the top, but to the viewpoint, up all the rocky thing that is nearly impossible on a bicycle, and it all went pretty easily. So anyways, yeah, good times. The next video, which is for me is tomorrow, is my first class with a motorbike. So driving on the street, and I'm not sure if I'm doing a skills test or not, but we'll get out there and learn how to be safe on the street, because that's really my main priority. Really don't want to die because someone is running a red light or whatever, you know. I have a lot of paranoia riding a bicycle on the street, and so I gotta make sure I'm as safe as possible on a motorbike. Yeah, so anyways, I'll see you next time.